The remarkable thing is that we have a choice every day regarding the attitude we will embrace for that day. We cannot change our past. We cannot change the fact that people will act in a certain way. We cannot change the inevitable. The only thing we can do is play on the one thing we have, and that is our attitude.
I'm challenging you to make the most of this day. Live it like it could be your last. Don't spend it negative and defeated. Enjoy today.
And no matter how bad things are in your life, there's always something you can be thankful for. Doctors and actually psychologists have proven that the attitude that you have for the day is set in the first 8 minutes. So you want to grumble, grouse, groan, grunt, or do you want to be grateful?
I would encourage you that today, just for today, do an experiment and really be grateful for all the many parts of you. Be grateful to where you are right now in your life. Here you are, you're learning, you're growing, you're progressing today. That's why you came to this video.
Do mirror work. Do mirror work. It is so powerful. Talk to yourself in the mirror, not to scold yourself, but to love yourself.
You can think yourself into a good mood, you can think yourself into a bad mood. You can think that you've got the worst life on the planet, or you can purposely look around and see how blessed you are and count up all the things that God's done for you, and you can just get real happy and real grateful all of a sudden. It's up to you what you think.
And I've told you many times, happiness is a choice. You're as happy as you choose to be. If you're unhappy, it's because you're choosing to be unhappy. Don't blame your husband, your wife, or anybody else. It is a choice.
See, if you have the right attitude, you can enjoy anything you do. You can enjoy mowing the lawn. You can enjoy the drive to work. You can enjoy cleaning the house. You don't have to enjoy part of your life and dread the other part. Just make a decision that you're going to enjoy everything you do from sun up to sundown.
You don't get discipline from your parents. You don't get discipline from your parents, from your grandparents, from your older brothers and sisters. You don't get discipline from an external source. You have to get it from you. That's what self-discipline is. You get it from yourself. You get it from you.
Some of your best motivation might come wrapped in sandpaper. Some of your best inspiration comes with some pricks and some nails and some thorns around it. Some of your best inspiration came in an experience that you didn't ask for, you didn't want, and you'd never want to have again. Some of your best inspiration, some of the very thing that's fueled your soul to get you here, came in an experience that you dare not wish on your enemy.
Things we've worked the hardest for, we value the most. So I think, the purpose of a goal is not getting it anyway. The purpose of a goal, is who you become. Who you become is going to make you happy or it's going to make you sad.
Every day in 1,000 different ways, we are trying to improve ourselves by learning how to do things. We spend a lifetime gathering knowledge in classrooms, in textbooks, in experiences. Now, if knowledge is power, if knowledge is the forerunner to success, then why do we fall short of our objectives? Why, in spite of all our knowledge and in spite of our collective experiences, do we find ourselves aimlessly wandering, settling for a life of existence rather than a life of substance? There may be many answers to this question. Your answers may be different than your associates or your spouses or your friends. While there may be many answers to this question, the fundamental answer is the absence of discipline. Applying all that we know. That's the key word, discipline, self-discipline.
You should be a monster. Because everyone says, well, you should be harmless, virtuous. You shouldn't do anyone any harm. You should sheath your competitive instinct. You shouldn't try to win. You don't want to be too aggressive. You don't want to be too assertive. You want to take a back seat and all of that. Wrong. You should be a monster, an absolute monster, and then you should learn how to control it. If you put yourself in a new situation, then new genes code for new proteins and build new neural structures and new nervous system structures. Same thing happens to some degree when you work out, right? Because your muscles are responding to the load, but your nervous system does that too. So you imagine that there's a lot of potential you locked in your genetic code. And then if you put yourself in a new situation, then then the stress, that's the situational stress that's produced by that particular situation, unlocks those genes and then builds new parts of you. So that's very cool, because who knows how much there is locked inside of you.
The best men that I've ever met are very dangerous men. You don't mess with them.
A harmless man is not a good man. A good man is a very, very dangerous man who has that under voluntary control.
You're waiting on your next door neighbor to make it happen for you, it may not happen. If you're waiting on your mother or your father, they may be so ancient in their thinking that they don't understand this opportunity that you have. And if you're waiting on them, it may never get done. You don't beg average people to be phenomenal. You don't beg good people to be phenomenal. You just are phenomenal, and you will attract phenomenal.
What reason can you remember that you can call on, that you can reach on, that can make you get back up? Find that reason.
If you're not where you are, if you're not where you want to be, if you don't have what you want to have, if you're not where you think you should be at this particular place, it has nothing to do with the system, but it has everything to do with the fact that you're not making the sacrifice. I want you to make that dream become a reality, because if you don't, you will be working for somebody else to make their dreams become a reality.
Question is, what are you going to do with your time? What drives you?
I want to remind you to continue to dream and dream big. There is nothing you cannot be, there's nothing you cannot do, there's nothing you cannot have.
If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. If you are going to try, go all the way. There is no other feeling like that. You will be alone with the gods, and the nights will flame with fire. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. All the way. All the way. You will ride life straight to perfect laughter. It's the only good fight there is. If you're going to try, go all the way.